Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of FourCast. Once again, this is your boy, here's Jonny.
This is ChuD.
Am I still referring to myself as AIDS?
I don't know, man. Nobody gonna ever get it.
Yeah, that's the joke. Alright, let's get our fourth then.
And this is Ronnie James motherfucking Dio, star of the Masquerade, and goddammit AIDS.
God. And god damn it, all of you motherfuckers, where y'all been, man? Where we? How long has it been since we did one of these?
Long time.
Some extremely long period of time.
Man, I feel like I was a different person when the last time we recorded a podcast. Man, I had different dreams and aspirations and shit, man. I was still in
all a bit
finding
wise.
myself phase. What's up?
We're all a bit wiser now, so.
Yeah, you know, I've
All right,
I've
we're all a bit older. Saying we're a bit wiser.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Since the last time we did this, I got a new job, making them bills.
Oh yeah, them ducats, that paper.
Yeah. I'm making that paper.
You're making that paper. You feel like getting into it on the podcast or no?
Oh, we can. I'm working. I'm a chemist by trade. I now work at a big plant, making them bills.
Oh yeah, man. And before, you know, the meth lab, it was making money, but
Well, the meth lab was making money, but it's a bit dicey, you know.
yeah. I watched Breaking Bad. I get it.
Well, yeah, plus it's a cliche at this point, you know, chemist, meth, come on.
Exactly. I wanted to be a little less cliche and a little more.
Yeah.
A little bit more on the up and up.
That's right.
I got you. Well, good for you. I've also gotten a new job since the last time we did a podcast. I am no longer the HNIC.
I don't even know. Oh, you're not.
Oh, I'm not. I'm not the boss nigga anymore. I can't play the theme song anymore.
Oh.
I'm still a fucking boss, but I'm not the boss. Yeah, I decided to go back to school because I kind of realized that where I was with that particular company was as far as I was going to go without the degree. So, fuck them.
Well, I mean, it's good getting you education, man. Getting you an education.
Yeah.
There we go. I dropped your link for you. Even though you're not, we got to do it at least one last time.
All right, just a final send off. You know what I'll do?
Damn.
I'll do it toward the end of the podcast since we're kind of on a time frame here.
I love that
Good,
song.
so I won't even get to hear it. I see how it is.
Hey, you can stick around and hear it if you want to.
Motherfucker, I got to be up at 3 o'clock in the damn morning.
It's a time period that I'm not entirely sure actually exists.
It does.
'Cause I've never.
Sadly, I can confirm that they fucking exist.
Damn morning.
Has anybody seen this film?
I watched the trailer, that's it. Yeah.
No, I don't believe anyone has ever actually seen that film.
Yeah.
Nobody needs to. Nobody needs to.
Because I love the movie poster. It's just this one dude who's... I don't even think he knows what he's in.
Yeah, you know what? For those of you in the audience who don't get what we're talking about right now,
Part devil, part legend. Oh, man.
yeah, we're gonna get into that toward the end of the podcast. And don't worry, a link will be dropped, so you have to stick around. Yeah, see, we got you now. See, we got you in suspense. You gotta have to listen all the way through to that shit, or you can skip to the end if you're a bitch about it. But you don't know what we're gonna do. You know what? I'm gonna play this shit right dead center in the middle of the podcast. About 45 minutes in, that's when we're gonna play.
Just in the middle of somebody talking.
Yeah, so if you want to find out what that shit is, you're gonna have to stick around.
Nice.
Yeah. So anyway, for the uninitiated, here's how these podcasts tend to go down. We start off with general conversation. We catch up. We shoot the shit for a little while. And then we move on to the meat of the podcast. See, the conversation is the appetizer, the hors d'oeuvre, if you will.
Is that how we're going to refer to just fucking food?
Yes. You know what? Don't interrupt my food metaphor. I was going somewhere with this shit.
No, you don't. You do the same thing every time. You use the same metaphor, in fact.
Actually, you know what, man? This dude just broke my vibe. You know what? Fuck the food. I'm just going to say it.
I was actually hoping you might vary it up this time.
Actually, you know what? You fucked up my build-up. Now I can't do it.
Aw,
You always do this
that's a
shit.
shame.
You see, the conversation is like an appetizer.
Yeah.
But the
just saying.
podcast, the stories, they're the meat.
They're the meat
They're
of the podcast.
steak after
We
the
haven't done this in a while, so I figure we would, I don't know, reinvigorate this fuck.
And you are still talking. I'm sitting here trying to break down what it is to
pasta
do.
after the panzanella.
I'm trying to explain this shit, and this motherfucker keeps interrupting me, keeps cutting me off. Motherfucker, this is what we do. Half this podcast is me chastising your ass for doing the same thing you just did. God damn it! Can I
do it
finish?
again.
Is it cool if I explain what the podcast is to the people, AIDS? Do you have any other interjections you want to get out before I start doing that? Can I explain to the people what it is that we fucking do and why the fuck they're tuning in to us? Can I explain that shit to the people? Or do you have some more shit you want to say? You want to go off on another tangent? You want to spend about another 5 minutes looking for your fucking headphones? Hi, AIDS?
I can't even hear you. My
Or can I go ahead and talk?
My headphones.
Exactly.
Damn, you getting roasted, son.
Can I go ahead and just explain the podcast to the people, AIDS? Is that cool with you?
Did I get roasted?
No, AIDS, you have the floor, man. Come on.
Only way to get roasted if someone
What
actually
else you got to say,
man? We get some, actual listeners, and then I'll feel roasted. Till, huh?
You should feel roasted now. Yeah, we back to the food metaphors now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, anyway. Hey, can I please explain what the podcast is to the people?
Yeah, it's been a while. Go ahead.
Or do you have some more shit to say?
Johnny, either start explaining or I'm going to start explaining.
Okay, people, for those of you who've never listened to what it is that we do, we start things off with some general conversation. We shoot the shit for a while, and then after that, we move on to the main portion of the podcast, which is, of course, the topics. See, participation in this podcast is, in fact, a privilege, and the price I require for that participation and the price I require for that privilege is a topic. So I hope all of you have come prepared to pay the toll.
A toll's a toll, and a roll's a roll.
All right, that's right. You ain't got no tolls. We don't get no rolls. And motherfucker, I like rolls.
Damn right.
So,
Sister Schubert yeast rolls, those fucking things are delicious.
Oh man, see, you got me. You know what? I
hurt myself on one of those, or a dozen of those.
See, I like Hawaiian rolls, man. And there's this Chinese food store like literally within walking distance of my house now. God damn it. I might just walk over there after this podcast, man. Them shits.
Oh, man, those Hawaiian sweet rolls, those things are a thing of beauty.
Oh, my God.
And I love making sliders and using them as the bun.
Oh, my God, man. You're absolutely right, dude. Anyway, before I get off on another food tangent, who wants to grace us with the topic here?
I'll start because, as some people might know, I got to bounce at some point. So I'm going to go ahead and get it started. Get everybody's nice and depressed to start with.
Can't wait. Hold up. Let me take a drink real quick.
I'm going to go ahead and drop the link.
Yep, I just saw Al Jazeera, so I'm like, yep, that's not a fucking...
Yep.
There's no way that probably will not lead to a depressing topic.
Alright, so I dropped you guys the link. Oh, as some of you, I'm sure the listening audience will know, well, I don't know, by the time this thing gets posted, this might be old news, and we may know many other things about it. But for now, just last night, the Germanwings plane crashed in the French Alps. As of today, they are saying the co-pilot wanted to destroy the plane. This is a long-ass article. I'm not reading the whole thing. I'm going to hit some highlights. We'll go with it that way.
Okay.
So, all right, as many of you should know at this point, a plane went down in the French Alps, killing everybody on board. What they figured out today by listening to audio logs and whatnot is what happened was the pilot left the cockpit to go on a break or whatever. You know, that's normal. Well, so when he did that, the co-pilot locked the door, took the plane off autopilot, and aimed it at a mountain.
Oh my god.
Really?
Yeah.
Really. And it gets weirder.
Oh.
So he keeps getting, the pilot's pounding on the door, the co-pilot, he's getting radio message and everything. They know he's awake and everything because they can hear him breathing on the radio, but he does not say a single word after the pilot leaves.
Oh, wow.
He just takes it off of autopilot and aims that bitch at a mountain.
Of course.
That's like some X-Files.
It's not even some.
That's X-Files?
That's
That's motherfucker snapped.
That's a really lame episode of the X-Files, man.
Oh, shit, right?
Dude went crazy, decided to crash plane. They think about 150 people died on the plane. They're letting family... Apparently today they started letting family visit the crash site.
So apparently it's a very accessible crash site.
Oh, it's in the French Alps. I don't know how...
Yeah.
Oh, and I know I had the guy's name and I lost it. Just a sec.
Yeah,
it's like super German ass name. I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. Like when I find it again,
It's gonna have to. You're gonna have to sound German. There's no avoiding it.
It's not Hitler, and that's the extent of my German knowledge.
It's not Hitler. That's correct.
It's not Hitler. That's just one. You can blame a lot of things on Hitler, but not that.
Andreas Lubitz.
Well, goddamn, that is pretty German.
That's a pretty German ass name, right?
That is a German fucking name. Okay, so we know that it was. I mean, to me, it sounds like a suicide.
That's a weird way to commit suicide, though.
It's just
the worst way to commit suicide.
Taking a lot of.
It's both the worst and a very strange way to go about it. Like the weird thing is the guy he passed all because to be a pilot for a major airline, there are background checks and psych evaluations and shit. You have to pass.
Yeah.
So
he passed all of those, and then one day he just decided, fuck this joint.
I'm saying, like, we need to know, like, the outside factors in this dude's life, man. Did his wife just leave him? Did he find out his old lady cheating on him before he hopped in the plane?
Under scrutiny, a different article from the BBC says he started training in 2008 as a pilot.
Right.
He passed all tests. His training was interrupted for some months. It does not say why, but he later passed all tests and was deemed fit to fly. He's been working as a co-pilot or a first officer since 2013.
Okay.
So, I mean, 2 years.
Yeah, right.
He lived in Montabello near Frankfurt.
I mean, he could have been in this like the end of 2013. So it's been.
Could have been just a little over a year, but even so, that's plenty of time. That it's not. He did it specifically so he could crash this damn plane.
He's biding his time, man. It was just.
He lived in a town near Frankfurt with his parents. He kept a flat in Dusseldorf and had many friends. According to his Facebook profile, he was a runner with an interest in pop music.
With an interest in pop music?
With an interest in pop music, not
he did not make pop music.
He didn't have interesting pop music in his iPod,
Well, I don't know. He might have. Chances are the iPod will not be recovered from the crash site.
I would imagine that.
Maybe that's why he didn't say anything back. He had put it in. He cranked it up.
Yeah, maybe put his headphones on.
It was all just a tragic accident due to the iPod.
He didn't actually mean to crash the plane. He was just looking for his song, and he just wasn't watching what he was doing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The fact that he took the plane off autopilot, that was just, he just wanted to...
He accidentally hit that button, all right.
Exactly.
It's having you, prop your feet and, legs in the air. Yeah.
So how long could they hear the man breathing, and, like, how long was the other pilot locked out of the cabin?
I'm looking for a time frame on it, and... I'm not being able to find it.
Well, it sounds like he, I'm kind of glossing over the article as we talk. It sounds like he was outside of the cockpit for a while because he had time to leave and take a break, try to come back, realize the door was locked, try to call out to the pilot, try to knock on the door, and the knocking gradually became louder until at the end he was trying to break down the door before the crash.
Right, though you would think he would start trying to break it down, before then.
Yeah.
Okay. Apparently, in a different article I'm reading from BBC, which I'll also drop just so that you can, drop the viewers, listeners, whatever you want to call them, that one as well. It says what happened in the final half hour. So I'm guessing it was about a half hour.
It would take me a half an hour to break down that goddamn door. And you know what, man? I've been on a lot of...
Well, but you got to think, he probably wasn't trying to break it down for the whole half hour.
Yeah. But like I said, if I'm locked out of a cockpit for more than 5 minutes and motherfucker on the other end of the door isn't responding, I'm going to be trying to break down that door. Yeah, that door is going to have to come down. And when I get in there, I'm beating somebody's ass before I land this fucking plane.
Well, okay. That's weird because that says, the final half hour, but then the Airbus 320 from Barcelona to Dusseldorf hit a mountain, killing all 144 passengers and 6 crew after an 8-minute descent. So apparently it was only aimed at the mountain for about 8 minutes.
So he was flying normally, and the guy was just like, well, I guess it's not that big a deal. It's a little bit weird that he locked me out of the cockpit, but as long as he's flying...
Hell, he may not have come back until then. I mean, because I don't know how long a pilot break lasts.
You know what? You probably shouldn't be taking 30-minute breaks if you're in mid-flight,
Well, that's why you have a co-pilot.
Yeah,
that's the whole point.
Maybe dude had to really drop
What you don't is lock out the co-pilot.
It don't take you 28 minutes to drop a load, and if it does, you need to get more fiber in your diet. That's all I'm saying.
Maybe the pilot, had just gone on keto. He'd just gone on Atkins, and
He's on that
he
protein.
he wasn't getting enough fiber.
Oh man, I feel sorry for that pilot for more reasons than one now.
It's terrible that we're laughing at this. I want everybody to know that we actually do believe this. I mean, this obviously is a tragedy, especially for at least 149 of those people.
No, it's definitely like a horrible tragedy, but I completely stand by what I said about the X-Files thing, because this really seems like with no motive, like some sort of craziness nobody could see coming. It totally seems like the prologue to some like sci-fi show with some mind control / brain slug / sleeper agent sci-fi mojo thing.
Yeah, you know what? I could
Manchurian candidate, but turns out his passphrase was like, "Hey, dude, I'm gonna go take a shit."
Yeah, exactly.
And that really activates.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could see this more as a Twilight Zone episode, if anything.
Yeah.
It's like, imagine a world.
Or there's some, underground agents trying to figure out. It's like, okay, somebody's mind controlling people.
The thing is, I don't know that that's necessarily true. Just because.
I don't think that's true either. I'm just saying that that's it could be the opening to a show.
No, it sounds like that. It's just that every time somebody snaps, what is it that everybody says? Well, he was so quiet. He was so harmless. He was the last person I would have suspected.
Yeah, but he was quiet but fun. Apparently, he had a lot of friends and stuff. And
there's a comic named Dan Cummins that has a joke about that. It's like, every time you hear about a serial killer, his neighbors are all like, "Well, he was such a nice man. I would have never expected it." Well, yeah, that's why he was able to serial kill. If you thought he was the kind of person to murder somebody, you'd think the body count would be significantly lower.
I would say, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, then there's also a George Carlin bit about, he's like, oh, it's the quiet ones you have to watch. But I guarantee you, while you're watching a quiet one, a noisy one's going to come in and shoot up the place.
So what Carlin was saying is basically there's no hope.
No, yeah. There's no hope.
There's no hope, yes.
All right. Well, on that positive, uplifting note, does anybody have anything else to say about this?
Hey, man, I always bring the positive, uplifting stories.
Oh, yeah, we've come to expect that from you, Dio.
That's what I'm here for. That's what I'm for.
All right. So, on that positive, uplifting note, who wants to give us another topic?
I think it's you. Or no.
How about you go ahead. You go ahead, Johnny.
Yeah.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yeah,
I think so.
Since I want to go last.
All right. For those of you who regularly listen to the podcast, you know that there are a couple of subjects I tend to avoid. Not because I'm afraid of talking about them, but just because I generally tend to, try to keep us on an even keel. Don't want to delve into controversial topics, alienate portions of our audience and whatnot. So I avoid politics and religion. So let's talk about a nice, innocuous topic like race relations in America. How about that, y'all?
I like that topic. As a black man, I like that topic.
You didn't know that? Ronnie James motherfucking Dio is a black man. But I was scrolling through my Facebook feed and I saw this bullshit and I just knew that I had to talk about this on the podcast.
I don't know how to opening the link.
Oh yeah, I saw this and oh yes, this is a Here's Johnny topic if I ever saw one. White Atlanta couple throwing a Django themed slave party offers $600 for blacks to do this. Oh yes, this really
that link. The title is loading, but that's it for me.
Yeah, that's all I see is just the title of the link.
Allow me to read the article. They actually posted the Craigslist picture. I'm gonna hope that the article does end up loading for you, but I'll just read it.
Yeah, it's not working for me.
Okay, so the Craigslist listing is titled "Antebellum Party and Mandingo Fighting."
Jeez.
What? Wait.
Oh yeah. See, the compensation is $40 an hour plus tips for domestic staff, and a $600 flat fee for each of the Mandingos.
Oh my God.
So check it out. I am throwing an antebellum themed birthday party for my husband at our home on May 2nd, 2015. And I'm looking for some domestic staff to help out in the kitchen, serve meals, and greet our guests. They must be black. I am looking for one overweight mammy type and 2 average-looking black men.
Overweight mammy type?
Oh, yeah, the overweight mammy type. Oh, she goes on.
God.
Don't worry.
The link I dropped
yeah.
should load for you guys.
Yeah, I see it now.
got
Thanks.
Wow, that image. It sets the tone.
The mammy must be comfortable with a rag on her head, and the 2 black guys should be comfortable wearing an iron collar and little clothing. So not only is this slave recreation, it's an inaccurate slave recreation, because that's actually not what slaves wore, but okay.
Yeah, iron collars, that would weigh them down way too much. They couldn't pick cotton that way.
Exactly. And iron's an expensive metal anyway, back in the day, back in antebellum South. So yeah. The highlight of the party is going to be a Mandingo fight, like the one from Django Unchained.
Yeah, that uplifting part.
Yes, exactly.
Hey, that was one of the best parts of that movie.
Django Unchained. Boy, whenever I want to be uplifted, I go watch that movie. I'm looking for 2 athletic black men who want to wrestle naked until one submits. No punches. gotta worry about safety here. No punches. While the guests make bets on them, like at the horse race.
Oh my god.
No. Here's where this article lost me. Here's where this posting lost me. I realize this is kind of humiliating, but my hubby loves that movie, so I'm willing to compensate very generously.
Willing
to provide transportation as well if needed.
Okay, I'm gonna point out the obvious real quick here.
Okay.
But the dad or the husband likes that movie for the wrong reasons.
Exactly. No shit, man. That is totally the wrong.
Oh my god.
Movie. Anybody?
$40 an hour plus tip for the domestic staff and $600 flat rate for a Mandingo. Shit, I would wrestle a dude for $600.
You know what? You might wrestle a dude naked for $600. I might do that if these weren't the circumstances.
Well, yeah. But as a black man, I'm okay with it.
As a black man, I am totally not okay with this. All right. Okay. So let me first address something real quick. Dear white people, if at any point during the movie Django Unchained you had the thought, or you turned around to your neighbor or your friend who was there with you and you said, "Man, those were the days, huh?" Shoot yourself. Just do us all a favor. Shoot yourself. Those weren't the days. Those were the days if you were a rich white dude. Those weren't the days if you were anybody else. Literally any person belonging to any other group. If you were a white chick, those weren't the days.
To be fair, if you weren't a rich white guy, it really weren't the poor white people didn't really have it great either.
Yeah, if you were a rich white plantation owner, those were the days.
Absolutely.
Everybody else kind of didn't like those days. Those days weren't that good for everybody else.
Because indentured servitude really wasn't that far from slavery.
Yeah, those the whole Andy Griffith experience, Leave It to Beaver, where even the 1950s weren't that great for anybody but white dudes, rich white dudes at that. But okay, so that's the first thing that I want to say to that. But I heard this, I saw this, I was looking at all the discussion surrounding it, and you know what? I was upset at first, but then I thought to myself, that's a lot. That's $600, and her hubby really loves the movie Django Unchained, and I think that he really should get the full Django Unchained experience. So,
God.
Well, you know, he might. I mean, like, you get a whole bunch of, like, big black guys who like to fight in a room with him. Like, what do you think's going to happen?
Yeah, I think we might actually get the Django Unchained. But you know what? No, I think let the guy have his mammy. Let the guy have his domestic waist staff and their spike collars. That sounds like some kinky S&M bullshit more than it sounds like some slave bullshit to me.
Really, I would expect, like, instead of, two black guys doing it, like, two thin, blonde white chicks.
I would be okay with this.
That's racist, yo.
That is racist, but that's also sexist, but come on.
That's true.
None of that matters when you're watching two hot
You're
chicks.
right.
So,
you know what? If you're going to do it properly, you need to have a nice multi-gender, multicolored, multiracial.
Okay, so
everybody changed. So I mean, you need a dude and a chick, and probably at least a few transgender individuals of all races.
I was about to say. So we're gonna get an American Caucasian male, and we're going to get a Persian she-male, and we're going to get a Tasmanian woman.
Really? Tasmanian? That's where
Tasmanian.
you're gonna go?
Yeah. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go with it. They're all gonna wrestle at exactly the same time.
But none of them are allowed to win because that wouldn't be equality.
Exactly. Actually, in the spirit of equality, I think the she-male and the woman should beat the white guy because reparations. But no, I was like, you know what? Back to where I was going with this. I think that this guy should get his authentic experience. He should be able to have his mandingos and his mammy and his wait staff, whatever. And in keeping with the true spirit of Django Unchained, at the end of the party, when everybody's having a good time, after all the bets have been placed, party's kind of winding down. I feel like a black dude dressed in a cowboy outfit should just come in and shoot everybody in the head and just set the house on fire.
Yeah.
No. See, it should end with the white dude tossing a hammer into the middle.
Oh man, God damn it! This shit makes me sad. I mean, it's like America. We really not come further than this. Is this really what we're doing in 2015? It's goddamn 2015 right now. Are we still doing this bullshit? Are we still doing the racism shit?
Yeah.
Are we still?
I don't know where you got misinformed that we weren't.
You know what? I kind of hope for better. I know there's no real reason to do that, but I'm trying to maintain some semblance of faith in humanity at this point. Y'all are making it hard for me, America.
Yeah, well, that was your first problem.
Yeah.
But that's coming from an optimist.
Yeah. God damn it, though.
But the real question is, do you think $40 an hour is a fair wage for this sort of activity?
Shoot, for some domestic work, $40 an hour is pretty.
You know what, man? I didn't.
It's not bad.
I mean, hey, I don't make $40 an hour.
Yeah.
I don't make $40 an hour either, but there. Not only are there principles, I didn't realize Paula Dean's brother was having a birthday party.
Oh man.
Yeah, that be that bullshit right there. That's that bullshit. So yeah.
Well, there
What's
we go.
the topic?
Wow, yeah, that's crazy.
I haven't seen the movie. I want to see that now.
Oh, you need to see that movie. It's
a good movie.
Yeah.
Really,
I'm going to have this article right on my left side as I watch this movie and just be like, why? What the fuck am I watching?
You know what, man? It's an entertaining movie, but that movie was very weird to me tonally. It was like there was a lot of weird tonal shifts in that movie. It couldn't seem to decide whether it wanted to be funny or just brutal. Brutal.
it was a Tarantino movie. Did you see Inglourious Bastards?
I don't know. Inglourious Bastards wasn't even really that funny, though.
It definitely had some funny parts.
It did. Brad Pitt's whole character was funny.
That's true. He was low at the time.
But yeah, it was. To me, that wasn't as jarring. The transitions, like literally, there's a funny scene immediately followed by slaves being torn apart by dogs. You can't do that to me, movie. Like there has to be some kind of refractory period between a funny scene and a terrifying, horrifying scene.
Really, my only major issue with that film was how bad Quentin Tarantino's Australian accent was. It was so bad.
What the fuck does he have an Australian accent? He was supposed to be a slave owner in the antebellum South.
No, he was
a trader.
For the LeQuint Dickey Mining Company, which was an Australian company.
Oh, dear God, that's right.
Come on, man. Don't you know your history? Shit.
Oh, yeah. How could I forget the historically accurate film that is Django Unchained?
I believe the LeQuint Dickey Mining Company actually existed, though. Let's find out.
Who wants to grace us with
Type. Oh, man.
Alright, I can throw my topic out there if we would like. Let me just grab this link here. Oops, wrong one. So yeah, I mean, I suppose that last topic could have also been interpreted as depressing, but this one's going to also kind of be along those lines too. It's something that I'm trying to wrap my head around right now. the U.S. will allow hunters to bring home rhino trophies, like black rhinos that are
Endangered.
very, very endangered.
What
Like,
the
have
fuck?
been for a while, and apparently a couple hunters just won a bid to auction off some rhino trophies, basically, that they hunted in Africa. Apparently legally.
How?
That's the crazy part. Yeah, apparently there's like some sort of crazy loophole where if they are hunting for the purpose of conservation, then they
What?
can. Yeah,
Yeah, when there's that few of something left in the world,
yeah.
how are you hunting for conservation at that point?
Just to give one statistic, like in the article here, there are between 4,000 and 5,000 black rhinos left in the world, and there used to be 70,000 back in the 60s. And
Yeah, somebody is still hunting these motherfuckers.
yeah, definitely. It's very profitable in the right
Rhino
circles.
horn is a known aphrodisiac.
Um,
By known aphrodisiac,
Hey.
I mean people grind it up and snort it and think it makes them better at having sex.
If you hunting black rhinos and all you're doing is grinding the horns down for powder,
That's seriously all they're doing. They
It's-
cut the horns off and leave them to die.
wait, aren't rhino horns made for? Yeah, I'm sorry, aren't rhino bones made of ivory?
No,
That's elephant.
that's elephant.
No.
Yeah.
I thought
it's
okay. Anyway,
it's just gross, and like apparently they're like, hey, we're auctioning off these rhino trophies, and all the proceeds go toward conservation.
fuck you.
It's like, okay, we're gonna release all this child porn, but it's going to go toward like helping mentally unstable children.
Yeah, we're gonna create a Mandingo fighting league, but
Yeah,
the
it's all-
racism. So
Yeah, exactly. It's all about equal rights. So
it's all about
it's just. I mean, I'm just clicking on like link after link trying to figure out how this came to be, but it's so gross. Like, I mean, it's especially since thinking like it's getting more and more apparent that like our grandchildren are not going to be seeing all the same animals that we see in the world this day. It's
no.
so ridiculous.
But they'll have plenty of jellyfish.
Exactly.
So
The jellyfish will take over the world. Yeah.
They might not have clean.
Well, the jellyfish pretty much are taking over the ocean.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They're
So this TV
Freaking
host,
everywhere.
Corey Knowlton, is one of the main contributors to this, right?
Who?
Yeah. So I was reading the article,
mm,
and I'm just,
He won the bid for the hunting permit in Namibia. Now, Namibia as a country, unfortunately, because they're not the U.S., they can sell those, and there's nothing really the rest of the world can do about it.
yeah.
You could buy a Namibian hunting permit. What the U.S. is saying is they're going to let them bring back the trophies.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's
Yeah.
a problem because if that's the precedent we're setting, then anybody in the U.S. can go to Africa and kill a fucking black rhino.
Exactly. It's like, oh, I've killed everything else. Now I can kill something that's endangered. That's pretty sweet. So, it's got my skin crawling, and it's like it's all these super rich like it's like they just paid $350,000, and that was the winning bid for this hunting permit. It's like, it's not about like who's even trying to do the right thing. It's about who's got the most money, and it's
Well,
yeah.
that's
I don't
pretty
know,
much
it's
where the
gross.
world is right now.
Yeah.
Then
I guess
again,
that's the
I
law
say
of it.
now, the world's been that way a very long time.
God damn it, humans.
Yeah, seriously.
Humanity is just bad for this planet. You know what? I actually saw something similar to this too. And I feel like I need to bring this to the public light, so I'm going to use this podcast to do that. Check this shit out, man. I saw this shit on Facebook.
Oh my god.
This is disgraceful,
Oh my
man.
God.
This is a recreation.
And many people think those are extinct.
Yeah, happily
Yeah.
posing next to a triceratops he just slaughtered. Now,
Yeah.
triceratops are at least as endangered as rhinos, black rhinos are.
Probably more so.
Probably. more so.
And it's fat cats like Steven Spielberg who are like glorifying this kind of behavior.
God damn it. Yeah.
Oh man. I love the way this is slowly transitioning to this. It's just listening as a listener. It's just like, oh, wait, what?
Yeah, exactly. It's not very.
No,
well.
don't worry. We'll have all the links posted with the video.
Oh yeah,
no, that's actually a fantastic ending to this segment.
Yeah, that's the perfect way to sum it up, man.
Yeah, before we go on to the topic, before we go to the next topic, let me go ahead and get this out of the way.
I love this song. Oh
yeah. Steven Spielberg and that Triceratops. What the fuck?
Okay, we gotta make it to the chorus at least.
Yeah.
It takes a while, doesn't it?
Gotta have that build up, man.
Black man in a white man town, he's got trouble. Get in his way, he's gonna cut you down, taking over. He can ride, he can shoot, don't take nothing from nobody. Oh, he's black, bad, scared of nothing. Yeah, he's so bad. They call him boss. He's a boss. Boss nigga.
There we go.
Damn, it takes a while to get to that point. That build up.
It's okay.
And
It's
you
worth
should have enjoyed the ride, man.
I do.
Oh, I enjoyed the ride.
Every
it. Man, what he's black man's law in a white man's town.
In a white man's world.
Oh shit.
He's black. He's bad.
Scared of nothing.
Yeah.
He's so bad. They call him boss. He's a boss.
Boss
nigga.
Oh, man.
Yeah, your article, ChuD, I feel like this would make for a new Ace Ventura movie all together. Just protecting the rhinos, man. No?
That's where we're going with. That's where we're going with this. Okay. Ace Ventura.
Damn it.
Well, at first, I didn't even hear anything, so you guys just kind of got muted altogether. Well, at first it sounded like that. On the other hand, I kind of thought, oh shit, nobody really gave a shit. But then I heard you guys cut back in, so I'm like, oh, they did say something. Okay,
so Ace Ventura, that's where we're going with. Any other dated 90s references you want to go with?
Well, who else preserve animals aside from Ace Ventura?
Ace Ventura and Captain Planet. There you go.
Those are the only two?
I'm saying, should Salt and Pepper write a song about this? Are we expecting an NSYNC single to talk about this shit? Are they going to mention it on the next episode of
Damn. What? Dude, there's like 3 articles below here, and there's one elephant that's upside down that's just getting hung as he's been flown around. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, get to your topic.
Airlifted to safety.
Yeah,
but he's safety. Okay. That's for safety.
I think that was his topic.
Was that your topic, AIDS?
What,
No,
what, the black rhino getting airlifted for safety? No.
Yes. Was that your topic?
No.
Then get to the fucking topic, man.
I only got 13 minutes.
God damn it.
That should be more than enough time for this. Alright. Trying to paste it. Okay. There's my topic.
Because I was about to go back to the song. It was more entertaining.
I just posted the topic.
What?
Is Dio type? Wait. What are we doing?
Really? That's where we're going with this? That's not a topic. That's a Kickstarter. That is not the same thing.
This is a topic. This is my topic. It's the Kickstarter.
Okay, AIDS. Present your topic.
Toe Jam and Earl. It's finally back. It's literally what the article says.
I'm so happy.
Long time ago.
Yeah.
Well, even prior to when we started recording these Let's Plays, Jonny had exposed me to the Genesis game Toe Jam and Earl.
Panic on fucking Tron. That was the shit. The game was the truth.
The game was the truth.
It was the truth.
The game was the truth.
Taught me how to beatbox. Taught me that I could solve all my problems by packing them in a spaceship and sending them to a different planet.
Hell yeah.
Taught me I could capture people in jars, and that's valuable information, especially if you have super jars.
Wait, what were they doing?
What were they doing? It was obvious. It was such a straightforward plot. I don't know how you didn't get that shit.
There was a plot?
There was a plot, man. They went to Earth.
Not that second game they made.
Whoa.
No.
One of these backers pledged $10,000.
Hell,
One backer in the $10,000 section.
You know that
They already made their goal. This is happening.
That's their grandparent right there.
paying 10 damn grand. No, there is no old person paying 10 grand to help
Toe Jam and Earl.
Jam and Earl. I'm sorry, but
No, it's not.
no.
But okay, let's go back to because Toe Jam and Earl is a game that happened out like what was the release date? I'm sorry, what was the copyright on Toe Jam and Earl? It was like 1998 or some shit like that.
Yeah, that's about
that too. I thought it was older than that.
It was on the Sega Genesis, just to give you guys some context, and it's a pretty
right. But I had a Genesis in like 91.
Yeah.
Initial release date March 12th, 1991.
Ooh.
Okay, well, damn, I was like
that shit really took it.
In 1991, I was 5 years old.
That's around that time where the 90s thing was going on.
That's because you were a youngin', Johnny.
That's when I was, but I was playing Toe Jam and Earl. I must have been 7 or 8 when I was playing that shit. So I had a Genesis for a while. But Toe Jam and Earl had a pretty, Panic on Funkatron was obviously the sequel. It had a pretty straightforward plot. Basically, Toe Jam and Earl were 2 aliens from the planet Funkatron, who went to Earth to spread the ways of the hip hop, to spread the ways of the funk. And, that was their first game. They went around spreading funk to the Earthlings. But whenever they went back to their home planet, Funkatron, a bunch of Earthlings hitched a ride on their spaceship, without their knowledge. And so these Earthlings began to terrorize Funkatron. And Toe Jam and Earl had to use jars to go around and round up the Earthlings. And they captured them in jars. And they sent them on a rocket ship back to Earth. And that was the plot of Planet Funkatron. Meanwhile, subplot, they had to look for the Funkapotamus, who was the grand being of Funkatron, who was the source of all the funk on Funkatron. See, the Earthlings were trying to steal the funk from Funkatron, so obviously the Funkapotamus went into hiding to preserve the funk. And
what the hell is this?
You had to find the Funkapotamus while sending the Earthlings back to Earth. And there were beatboxing mini games, and you had the Hyperfunk Zone. And Earthlings were weird. They weren't all people. Like, there was the boogeyman and a ghost cow and a duck on a magic carpet and a dude in a box. Yeah, it was good times, man. But anyway, it's continued.
So yeah, there's been after that sequel that Johnny, did you rave about? That's just the overall story from the beginning, right?
That's just the plot of the game. I haven't gotten to what made that game great, but
yeah, I mean, you like the sequel. So there was another one we started recording, although I don't think we've officially posted them.
It's going to be released at some point. Don't fucking rush me.
That's fine. But we did play Mission to Earth, which is
there's an Xbox game, and god damn it, is it fucking garbage. It's gloriously garbage.
Unfortunately, that's like my main, that's really the only real experience I've had with the game.
From the series altogether.
With the series, yeah, and the whole time I was just speechless, just watching you play that.
Yeah, weren't you though? Yeah,
speechless is one way to react to it, and probably the most normal way to react to that shit. Because there's not much you could really latch onto in terms of understanding the game. Because is it a game is the big question.
Shit just happens in that game. You know what, man? I can't even make that a regular Let's Play on this site because I would go insane. There has to be at least a 4 or 5 month period between sessions of that game because the whole time I'm just beginning to not even questioning life. I'm questioning reality at that point when I play that shit. Mm-hmm. That shit just...
I'm gonna make a confession here. I have literally never played Toe Jam and Earl of any sort.
You know what, man? You find an emulator, a ROM version of Panic on Funkatron, you won't be disappointed. That shit.
And that requires free time.
Okay, well, yeah.
But I don't have any of that.
You're a chemist, man, and you still have to, you still have to.
I work 12-hour swing shift. I don't have free time.
Fuck that shit. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah, if you ever have to pull it up on your phone, just play.
Hey, it's topic.
So, topic. Well, the point is that third one, I think even in the video, after we watched it, they have mentioned it, and they pretty much disregarded it because they knew it was a failure. And
it was that bullshit.
Yeah. There's no easy way to reword that.
I'll label that BBS, that bullshit.
Yeah. So now, through Kickstarter, like many other projects through many people's wishes. They started to use that as a source of funding to bring back their fourth title that they because shut up.
It's good. Into Jars. I actually used to like that song.
Hey, that's a good song.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, though. Yeah, he posted that.
In case anybody's wondering, I'm actually white, regardless of what I said during the Black Gum.
Oh, Dio, don't worry. Nobody.
I think we've stressed this at least in one of them.
Dio, nobody was wondering that.
I know, but I just had to make sure. Hey, we might have had new listeners, all right?
Okay.
You never know. Other person, like the third person that listens to these, might actually have.
You could be a fairly white sounding black dude. That's true. There are those out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get you.
Let's go into the logistics. So I don't think. There's logistics. First off, I don't think they've actually,
That's some UPS shit there.
I'm looking at this shit. This has 81,000 backers and it's raised $450,000 of a $400,000 goal. This is obviously happening.
Yes,
and if you look, because they broke 400,000, they broke 425. You get old school skins for Toe Jam and Earl. 450, they have the Hyperfunk Zone.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you mean old school skins? Toe Jam was naked. Earl was wearing shorts and a backward baseball cap. How much more old school can they get? That's what they're fucking wearing right now.
Hey, 500K, more playable characters. Letitia, Toe Jam's cousin.
Oh shit, they have Letitia in that bitch?
Wait, did we see Letitia last time? Yeah,
Letitia is a character that was for the Xbox game.
The ant, right?
It was the first off, they were all bad stereotypes of black people. That was not ever a Toe Jam and Earl game that wasn't that. But there was no voice acting back in the day on Sega Genesis. So you can kind of substitute your own voice, a voice to actually fit the character. But when you saw that shit on Xbox and it was voice acted, it was exactly as bad as you would imagine a bad portrayal of urban black culture, but whitewashed enough for the kids. It was that. It was like more white than the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Fuck it. It was more white than Saved by the Bell.
Hey, are you telling me that Carlton was not a boss nigga?
Yes, that's what I'm telling you. It's, yeah.
Well, clearly my ideas about black culture are just, completely incorrect. Or, well, I don't know. They might have been right in the early 90s.
Dear God, you know what? Let me just go ahead and reenact for you the first scene in Mission Earth, because I have it memorized. It was that memorable for me.
God dog it, your poor memory brains.
Yeah. So this is the conversation. I'm in my acting mode. I'm getting in my character. Okay, this is Toe Jam talking to Earl. Hey, yo, Earl. Hey, yo, Earl. Is the camera on? No. Well, why is there a red light, Earl? It looks like it's on. Is it on? No. I can see the red light on, Earl. Come on, man. Is it on? No. Oh, wait. Yeah. And scene.
Okay. You might as well have just been reading the script.
Exactly.
That's pretty much what I remember it being, yeah.
That's how that shit went down.
Wow. So I really shouldn't ever play this game.
What about that choir, Johnny?
Oh, yeah.
That gospel choir came out of nowhere.
You know what? What about Black Santa Claus? What about sexual innuendos? Hey, girl, you want to see my third leg? Okay, by the way, Toe Jam is an alien with like 3 or 4 legs. I don't know how many legs he's got.
3 legs.
3 legs.
Is it sad that I think the game actually doesn't look bad?
Yes, that's sad for you.
This new one that's coming out, which is called, wait, did we say it's Back in the Groove? That's right. That's the subtitle for this one.
That sounds like a fucking Rush Hour subtitle, man.
No, this is last
Rush Hour
day.
4, Back in the Groove.
You only got 17 hours to go if you want to hit 500K.
We can get those.
And if they don't hit 500K, you don't get Letitia.
I want to fuck Letitia. I want to play Toe Jam's cousin or Earl's mom.
Toe Jam's cousin, Earl's mom, and there's an ellipsis after Earl's
I know,
mom.
that's what I
Oh,
thought that was
there's more.
hilarious. It's like, ... if you want to play with her. I don't know.
No, I'm thinking more like, are there more?
Oh,
I guess.
yeah,
I
probably.
guess we won't be getting the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One release. That's a shame.
Yeah, no shit. Or the Wii U.
What platform were they planning on releasing this on? If I'm
That's the part I'm trying to figure out. I think
The game,
yeah,
PC, Mac, and Linux.
so, just a PC release.
Just
Yeah.
PC release.
Yeah, pretty much.
If you actually read.
Reading
Reading is fundamental,
The
Johnny.
whole video is
Fundamental.
I don't. I try to do as little reading as possible.
Oh, well, that explains a few things.
Fuck you. Anyway, AIDS topic. Go.
So
That was AIDS topic.
yes, I can go into the pledge amounts and prizes you get if you get them. But I mean,
Sure.
it looks
The
a
time
lot.
has come. I'm gonna have to cut you off right there, AIDS.
Oh,
I'm out, y'all. I gotta go to fucking work in the morning. Y'all take it easy, and remember, public service announcement: smallpox will fucking kill you.
I forgot about that. Thank you, man.
It's okay. Gotta remember, smallpox will fucking kill. Whoa,
Yeah.
we lost ChuD at some point.
Wait, Chud's gone too?
ChuD ain't on the call.
Chud.
ChuD, this call is dying.
Okay.
I told y'all I had to go.
While we try to get
That's
Chud
fine.
back.
That's fine. We know you were dying. I mean, you
All
had
right,
to get
I'll
off.
catch y'all next time.
All right.
Well, we can just bring ChuD
Hey,
back.
it's just you and me now, man.
Well, it's always been just you and me. So what now?
Were the other two figments of my imagination?
Maybe you're just really good at impersonations, Johnny.
I'm not that good at impersonations.
Yeah. Then I guess that's the sad truth of this world.
So, anyway, while we try to get Chud back on the call, AIDS, do you have anything else to say about this topic?
That I want to get the tasty cabbage that apparently consists of getting a keychain and a poster of Toe Jam and Earl. They are really trying hard to upsell this shit, mind you. Because I'm pretty sure no studio is ever going to back this damn game up.
Right. I mean,
People want it.
Man, I don't know. Once they raise a certain amount, they don't really need the studio backing.
No, they don't. But
There have been successful crowdsourced games before.
I agree.
Wasn't Binding of Isaac crowdsourced?
Binding of Isaac? Maybe. I didn't really research that game enough, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I mean, there are probably other success stories that I could throw out there.
Oh, there definitely are. I'm just saying, some people, even movies, that Super Trooper 2 has actually been announced too. And the only thing they needed was enough money to make the film, but they're getting it distributed through Fox. So as long as they have enough money to get all this stuff issued out, along with just making it, they probably are set to go. I just don't know in terms of studios or who's going to want to work on this. Or at least distribute it out,
I think if they can point to this Kickstarter page, this is the beauty of crowdsourcing. If the game's already made and it just needs to be distributed, and you can see that there's at least 81,000 people that would pay for a copy.
Mm-hmm.
I think you could pitch that to a video game distributor.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, indie games are still part of the market.
Oh yeah, they definitely are. Especially now.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about it. I could go into more behind it, but Toe Jam is just. I feel like you have more of an attachment, but I only grew an attachment to it mostly through Mission Earth, sadly.
That is.
Yeah. And trust me, nobody wants to play Mission Earth. Especially because it didn't even feel like a complete game anyway.
But you know what? Be sure to watch our playthrough of that game because it is going to be very entertaining, especially if you like watching me suffer, because I'm the one playing the motherfucker.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to touch that. I don't think we can get ChuD back.
God damn it, this podcast is just going to shit.
Well, we can end it on a higher note.
Really, AIDS, do you have a high note to end this on? AIDS, go ahead, end it on a high note, man.
Well,
Give our audience a high note to go out on.
We're back. At least Johnny and I are.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Once again, this is your boy. Here's Johnny. And God damn it, I'm hating my life right now.
This is A's, and I'm still loving mine, at least, for right now. And yeah, we'll try to bring these back again. Like how consistent.
Bye, bitches.
That's for next time.